It's mornings like these which remind me just how lazy I am. As a kid, I was very, very lazy, and I often used to get some very comical school reports, and I wish I had some to read to you, but it was definitely along the lines of taking the shortcut, class clown, can't apply himself, the typical kid with ADHD and a mild bit of obsessive compulsive disorder. The turning point for me, though, was when I started to challenge my mornings. I started to apply myself to the first challenge, which was getting out of bed. It was the first victory of my day, and it became the pillar of my discipline. I mean, I don't feel motivated all the time at all, but I do apply myself in the discipline area. And when I do feel motivated, it's fantastic. It's like a bit of a relief. But I don't think that's the point in life. I don't think one should feel this like overwhelming sense of motivation all the time. Neither should you feel this mass amount of joy and elation all the time. I think that's insane. But you can also learn to not get bogged down in the sticky thoughts in the heavy thoughts where you can often, or at least for me, I would often get trapped. And that's the thing with getting out of bed in the morning and going to do something like, let's just say, walk up a mountain, or going to do something that you find challenging, is that you actually get a bit of reward from it. One thing gives perspective to another. Yin gives perspective to yang. Challenge gives perspective to reward. And what I mean by that is that if everything was super easy and you had everything all the time, then you would quickly get bored of it. I then realized that my first challenge for me was to get out of bed. That was super, and still is super hard for me to do. But it's the first opportunity I get to use to build that muscle of resilience. And that's the trick, in my opinion. That in my opinion, that's the key to life. That's what can allow you to build the life you want, to become the person you want, to take the small steps every day to be the higher version of yourself. Initially, there was relief in finding a way to make myself feel better. And then there was frustration in the fact that required daily effort. Often if you're feeling good in your life or you're feeling bad in your life, you kind of need to look at what action you're taking in your life, what movement are you creating in your life. And you'll find that in the areas that you're not feeling so good, you're probably sitting still. You're probably not creating the movement for you to move through these emotions. And the quote that I was going to say was that it's easier to act your way into a new way of thinking than to think your way into a new way of acting. If I had to try and think my way into a new way of acting or a new way of feeling, you would just get stuck in your thoughts. You would get stuck in those heavy, sticky, resistance thoughts. And once you realize that you are not your thoughts, then you can move past it. And the funny thing about thoughts and the dangerous thing about thoughts is that they are largely repetitive and largely negative. And to get yourself out of that pattern, one needs to act. And through that, you can rely on yourself. You can learn to trust yourself to make the hard decisions, to not take those little shortcuts, and to build little bits every day so you can build the life you deserve. And you do deserve it.